got a quick tutorial on how to build a chicken farm. The chicken farm itself's not my design, but I've got a couple little additions that I think are pretty cool. Namely, that's this lever right here. I can have cooked chicken or I can have eggs. If it's up here like this, then the cooking chicken works as normal. The idea is the eggs get hatched by chickens and they get thrown into this slab. The slab's underneath the lava right there. The baby chickens don't fit in the lava, so they're just fine. But once they grow up into the lava, and then they fall in. Once they grow up, they go into the lava. They cook, they burn. The feathers and cooked chicken go into the hoppers underneath, and then they go out. And you can run it through a sorter, so you can sort out the cooked chicken from the feathers, put them in different chests. That's kind of what I do in my world. Or you can just throw it into a single chest like that. You can do whatever you want. But the way the sorter works, the sorter mechanism is, you throw the lever, and now all those eggs, rather than going into that dispenser, now get diverted right into this chest. And the way that works is this little water canal up here. So when the lever's down, let me turn those chickens down because they're very loud. When the lever's down, the eggs go into the water flow, and then the water flow is diverted to the right here, and that goes into the chest. When you throw the lever up, then the water flow gets diverted the other way, and I use 2 sticky pistons to accomplish that. You notice I'm getting a little bit of loss here with the eggs, with the dropper here throwing the eggs out. You can correct that by just making this channel a little bit steeper. I didn't do that for aesthetic reasons, but it can be done. So anyway, let's go ahead and build this thing real quick. Is that the sun setting? I think it is. So let's see. We'll start with let's just go ahead and start with the chest where we want the chickens. We'll try to line things up a little bit too, right? How about there? And I'll throw some hoppers into that. You make this as long as you want. Obviously, the longer you make it, this build does use a lot of resources. It's kind of a mid-game build because you need iron and sticky pistons, which means you need slime. Throw that on there. That's where the chickens will go. Don't build this part out of wood because it's very close to lava. If you build it out of wood, it can ignite and burn down, and you don't want that to happen. So I'd keep all wood at least 2 blocks away from the lava. I like to put a little glass window in the front just so I can kind of see what's going on. We need a dispenser here, which I can never get placed right. Make sure it's a dispenser too, not a dropper. It's very important. This right here has to be a dispenser, so it actually breaks the eggs and they have a chance of hatching. So that goes like that. That goes like that, and that should contain the lava. Put these in, and it's lava time. Dink. And you'd see how that slab holds the lava up so it doesn't go all the way down. All right. So we've got that. It's also very, very important. You have to cap that lava. I learned that the hard way. If you don't, the baby chickens will get right there and they'll think they can swim because there's no block above the lava. So they'll jump up into the lava. That'll kill them. They'll never grow up into adults. And as a result, it breaks. It doesn't work. In fact, I'm just going to go and put a full slab over it on top of it. All right. So then this can go, I'll put one more in there. Well, I don't need to. I'll use granite. I'll use granite for this circuit base, right? 2 on that side, 2 on this side. Bring it out. And then we just need the redstone. So the way it works, the eggs come from the chickens into the dispenser here. That comparator, make sure it's a comparator, not a repeater. The comparator senses that there's an egg in there. The repeater boosts it, and then this redstone loop turns this whole thing into a clock, right? So the redstone boosts it into a full strength. That goes to the side, gets compared by the comparator. It's got a stronger signal in the side than it does in the back, so it turns off. Once it turns off, now it has no signal in the side with a signal in the back, so it turns on. So on, off. That's a clock. And you just pull off of that clock, run it into the dispenser, and that'll empty the dispenser. So right now, if we put stuff into that dispenser, like 16 eggs, it'll start shooting those eggs in there. You can see there's a little chicken sitting there. All right, so we got that under control. So now all we need is the water flow. And I can't remember, did I raise that up to? No, I did not. I just made it up one. So we'll build the water flow like this. Where do I want that piston? Right here should work, I think. Maybe I'll bring it out one more. Put the piston there. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, that'll definitely work. All right, so we need one sticky piston right there. Like that. With a block on it. And close this up. Where'd I go? Right there. Okay, I'll close this up. Need Okay, this one we want to be a dropper, right? Because we don't want it to dispense the egg, we want it to drop the egg when it gets it. So I'll put that one right there, like that. Whoops. Doesn't actually have to be that far either. Put the dropper, I'm gonna put it that far. Maybe I won't get so much egg breakage if I put it out that far. And I'll put the sticky piston there, that there, and then there's this waterway. That's plenty far. Put a hopper into that. I'm going to need a chest for the eggs, which goes right. Whoops, chest. There we go. Then we just have to wire these up. So the way I did that, if I can remember how I did it, was, I believe, a repeater right into there like that, right? And then a lever that powers that. Good. And then I took repeater off of that. That. Nope, that's not right. It's not going to work, is it? Nope. Hang on. Did I build this in the wrong spot? I think I might have. Yeah, it was one over. That's what it is. Okay. It's the block next to it. So put the lever on there. Sorry about that. There. That does that. And then we can then we just need to invert it, right? To power this. So right, and to do that, don't want to go into those hoppers, so I'll just bring it this way, take a repeater off like that. There it is. So we got the lever down and the water is diverted over there. The lever up and the water is diverted the other way. So let's go ahead and put some water in there like that. That should work. And if you want to put some channels to keep the eggs where the eggs need to be, that works just fine too. And that's just a function of putting your chickens in there. Okay, so all we have to do now is build the chicken farm. So we'll let's use the granite again for the circuitry. We're going to need another clock, so whenever eggs get into this dropper, they shoot out into the water flow. Use the same clock as what we did before. So we need a comparator, need a repeater, and redstone. There's the clock loop, and then pull off of that. And that's it. And then we need a hopper. And you can make this as big as you like. The bigger it is, the more chickens you can put in there, I suppose. So that works pretty good. Throw some quartz in there because, I don't know, because it's white and chickens are white. So I guess that kind of makes sense. Alright, cap that off. One more row, so it's too high so they can't get out. I fell. There you go. I like to put a ladder in here too, so when I'm playing survival, if I fall down in there, I'm breeding chickens or whatever I'm doing, I can always just jump out of there. That's it. Throw some chickens in there, and we should have a working farm. Whoop. There we go. Get some chickens going. And I like to fill it right up. Typically what I'll do is while I'm building this thing in survival, I'll be breeding chickens off to the side, and then I'll just build ramps or whatever too high, and so upstairs and slabs and whatnot into here, and just lead them with seeds. Get as many chickens as I can in here. And then if it's still not enough, well, then you just catch the eggs and keep throwing eggs in there until you get enough chickens. So that should be enough. Chickens are going. I got the friendly mobs turned off. That's why you don't hear them. And that should be a working chicken farm. So if they were laying eggs, which it takes a little while for them to get starting to lay eggs, they go into that. They go into the dropper, into the water flow, and right now they'd be going over here into the cooker. We already got a couple in there. Put that lever down, and the eggs should go into the chest. Let's see, do we have any eggs? We don't. Let's get a couple stacks of eggs. Get that. Maybe one more stack. So if we simulate the chickens laying eggs, we can just throw these eggs in there. Let's see, the clock activates, eggs get thrown into the water stream, they get funneled over here into the hopper, and they should show up right there. Sure enough, there's our eggs. Hopefully we get all 30, or yes, 2 stacks of 16, and there they are. And if we divert it the other way, the water flow goes that way, we take the same eggs back out, and they'll end up in the cooker. That in there, that in there. And we can see the eggs getting thrown into there. So there it is. That's my cooking chicker. My chicken cooker. Thanks for watching. Take care.